So normally when I come on these stealth camping adventures, I make a thing about going through my secret door into the back of the van. But based on the way that this person is parked next to me, looks like I've got no other option than to actually get out of the van, to go in through the back and then out through the back door. Because the car on the other side is parked right up against this line as well. So this is the first time that I've ever sort of attempted to stay in a service station like this. I don't know what the restrictions are, I don't know what the maximum stay is, but I'm going to go around, read some of the signs that they've got up and just find out what the situation is. So the way the parking works here, by the looks of it, there is a chance that there may be £100 fine. If that's the case, if it happens, it happens. But looking at it, so the first 4 hours is completely free, and then up to 6 hours you pay £5, and then up to 12 hours is £8. So I'm not sure whether that's 12 hours after the first 4 hours that are free, or you get 12 hours after the 4 hours. It's currently 4 o'clock, so technically in 4 hours time would be 8 o'clock. And then if I put 12 hours on the parking, essentially I could leave at 8 AM and not worry about it. It says up to 24 hours is £10, there's an extra £2, so I might as well just do that just to cover myself. But underneath, it says no HGVs, coaches, commercial vehicles, this is classed as a commercial vehicle, no camper vans or caravans, and there is a Holiday Inn here as well, and it says that hotel guests to pay at the hotel. So that doesn't apply to us because we're not staying at the hotel. But parking tariff applies 24 hours a day, Monday to Sunday. So essentially, we could pay for 24 hours, pay the £10 and still run the risk of getting a £100 fine, because essentially this is a camper van and it is a commercial vehicle. So I guess I'm just going to have to just risk it and just see what happens. Obviously, I'm not going to find out by the end of this video whether I managed to get away with staying here or not and not get a parking fine, but I will let you know in a future video if I get a fine through the post. Okay, so here's a weird thing. I've just been up there to pay, right? And tried to click to get it to go up to 24 hours. It went up to £8, which should have been the cost of a 12-hour stay, but it said maximum stay was 8 hours and it wouldn't let me go past that. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to wait until the 4 hours is up and then try again. Maybe it's because the ANPR camera picks up that it was a commercial vehicle and it just won't let me put in 24 hours. I don't know. It seems very, very strange. I mean, what if I'd broken down? What then? Just say that my van won't start and it looks like it's going to be here for the foreseeable future. What then? I did read the fine print on there as well, and it said it is a £100 fine, but it did say it gets reduced to £60 if it's paid within 14 days. £60 is still a lot of money to do this experiment, but it's a risk that I'm going to take just to see what happens. I wasn't sure what I was going to do for dinner, so I brought the Jackery Explorer 2000 V2 with me, just so that I could use the air fryer if I needed to. But I am actually spoilt for choice here. There's a McDonald's, there's a Subway, there's a Taco Bell, there's a Greg's, there's also a Co-op. So I could either cook something or I could just get some fast food.
The bigger one's cheaper than the little.
I know.
It's crazy.
I went and found it and I was like, oh, bigger one.
Absolutely.
It's just not as cold, but that's fine.
Take care, mate.
Cheers, mate. So it's only coming up with 7 hours now. Obviously I mentioned I got the Jackery Explorer 2000 V2 with me tonight, and I have been testing it out over the last couple of months, and you've seen me use it with a microwave, you've seen me use it with an air fryer. It worked really well, and I was thinking for tonight, because obviously this is a sponsored video, what could I use the Jackery Explorer 2000 V2 for that you've not already seen? And then it occurred to me I have actually been using it at home in my workshop. So let's go back to my workshop, where you can see it in all its glory, running all of my power tools. Believe it or not, the only socket that I have, which is free, is this one here behind the fridge. There's one for the washing machine and the tumble dryer as well. As far as in the workshop here, there's absolutely no power, other than this one light. And quite a few of my tools require mains electricity, such as my miter saw here, my track saw, my compressor, my vac for sweeping up all the dust. It all requires mains electricity. So I've been using this to pretty much run all of my power tools. At the moment it's plugged in and it's running this light that I've mounted up here, just so that I'm not completely working in darkness. And I figured I might as well show you some of the things that this has been able to power whilst I've been converting this workshop. This will be a good test for the Jackery Explorer 2000 V2. Can it power my miter saw and my hoover at the same time? I just need to connect the extraction. So, okay. Right, hoover on. The answer is, yes it can. If you're after a power station for camping, or if you've got a workshop or a shed without any power, and you want to get yourself a Jackery Explorer 2000 V2, then check out my link in the description and my discount code Sundays05 and you will get 5% off. Also, Jackery is partnering with Greens Park for its 2025 Black Friday event, where one mangrove tree is planted in Kenya for every £100 spent on its website. So by supporting Jackery, you're also supporting tree planting in Kenya. Thank you again to Jackery for sponsoring today's video, and back to the camping. Now, it's still too early to eat. It's currently 5 o'clock. So I'm just gonna sit here, chill out, wait for the sun to go down for a couple of hours, and then decide what I'm gonna go have for dinner and head on over there. But for now, I'm gonna watch some YouTube.
Okay, so
it's 6:10. Just gone 6:10. I'm thinking it's time to go get some dinner. Let me put some light on in here. So it is. Looks like it's raining. It doesn't sound like it's raining, or even that it's been raining, but it's quite busy, you know. I mean, I appreciate that this is a 24-hour service station, but there's cars constantly coming and going. And I realised I can pretty much just sit up the front here, and no one should really think anything of it, because they're just like, well, that guy's just having a break sat in the front of his van with his light on, talking to a big camera. So I have decided I am definitely going to pop over to the Holiday Inn and just speak to the reception and find out how much it is to stay overnight. Just out of interest. I'm not going to buy a room and then stay in the van, because that would be absolutely ridiculous, but it'll be worth knowing. How's it going? Just out of interest, how much is it for a room for a night?
How many people?
Just one. I just need to sort of weigh things up, because my van's broke down and I can't pay for 24 hours out there for whatever reason.
You can pay. over here for 24 hours if you want to do that.
Right.
So that's £6 with us. So if you paid it outside, it's 10.
I haven't paid anything yet because it was 4 hours for free.
So the way you would do it over there is, unfortunately, they work it from midnight to obviously midnight. So you would end up paying £20 out there because you'd have to book it from now until midnight.
Right.
And then after midnight, you'd then have to pay for it again, if that makes sense.
Right, okay.
As that over here, we can offer you £6. We do it at a discounted rate, so you can just put it through like over at the till if you've got a problem.
Right,
It's not a
okay.
problem. So for tonight, best flexible rate we have got is £144.
Okay, no, that's fine.
But like I said, it's not an issue. You can do it with us, and
Yeah.
we'll do it over here at the bar for £6. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
And if you need to get on and you want to leave the keys, you can. We just need obviously a van reg, what company is going to be collecting
Yeah.
keys, and roughly whereabouts it is, obviously in the car park, and the colour of the vehicle.
Right.
We can leave them here, and they can collect directly from us because we are 24 hours.
Brilliant.
So it's not a problem.
I really appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm probably not going to have a room, but I appreciate it.
No, that's not a problem. But if you've got any problems, just pop back in and see us at any point.
Thanks. Thank you. Bye bye. I'll tell you what an absolutely wonderful, wonderful person she is. The lady that works in the Holiday Inn here is a credit to your company. She's offered to allow me to pay with them so that I can do it cheaper than paying through here. Obviously, I'm not going to take a room because I don't need one, but she did explain as well that I can. The reason why it only allowed me to pay for so many hours is because it only does it up till midnight, and then you have to pay again. So I'm probably going to do that because I don't want to take advantage of her good nature and get it for cheap, because I don't think that would be very good, because it was me being dishonest. So I'm going to pay until midnight, and then at midnight I'll come out and then pay again for like 12 hours or whatever for the morning. She also said that if I need to get on, I can leave the van here, let them know, and then whoever comes and collects it, they can come and collect the keys from them. And she doesn't have to do that because I'm not a customer of theirs, because I haven't got a room. Like, absolutely fantastic. No. Went for a foot long, probably didn't need to, but that's what she said. I've not had Subway in so long. So, in case you missed any of that, because we didn't cut it in half. Do they not cut sandwiches in half anymore at Subway? Look. So in case you missed any of that over at the Holiday Inn, because I don't know how much of those cameras that I was using actually picked up on any of it, but the lovely lady behind the till literally said that I could, even if I don't rent a room from them or anything like that, I can pay over there to park here for 24 hours and it would cost me a lot less money, which is lovely of her. She didn't need to do that. She also said that if I need to get home or go somewhere else, I can leave my keys to the van with them and then just let them know who's going to come collect them, whether it's the AA, RAC or anything like that. She didn't need to do that either. Really nice. But because of that, and because of how nice she was, and because I was not necessarily being honest because I told her that the van had broken down, I am going to pay up until midnight at the machine, and then I'm going to go out there at midnight and then pay until the morning. I think it's the only right thing to do. And hopefully it lets me do that and I don't get a ticket. So that's the first time I've been to Subway where I've had to input all my choices into a machine. They didn't cut the sandwich in half and they put the wrong sauce in it. Still really good though. Right, I'm gonna go pay to park. One of the good things about parking here is that I've got a bin right outside that door, so I don't have to use mine. How great is that? And also, after I've paid to park, I can use their toilet and I can also nip into the shop and get some sweets. It's raining. £5 till midnight. Where's my ticket? Now, let's see if I left the lights on. Some of the lights on. Not all of them. Whee! I didn't need a bag, but I realised I didn't have a rubbish bag in here, so I got a bag. Co-op seemed to use like the same sort of biodegradable plastic that you get on your your kitchen bins for your waste food. Got myself some sweets and some chocolate. I'm going to make the bed, unwind, watch something on the TV. If I fall asleep, I have to make sure I've set my alarm for midnight because I need to get out in my pyjamas and go and pay for like another 8 hours for the morning. Right. I'm probably going to get a couple of hours of sleep. I'm going to set my alarm for midnight. Actually, let's make it at like 11:45. Give me 15 minutes to get out of bed, get my shoes on, get out there, put some time on the parking, and then come back, roll back into bed. I'm not going to get undressed. I'm going to sleep in my trousers, and then it's just an easy out of bed, shoes on, out the door, anything to avoid getting that parking fine. But anyway, I'll hopefully see you in a couple of hours. Good night. I guess these services aren't open 24 hours. Back to bed. Okay, so for the second time, good night. Good morning. Wow. It was surprisingly quiet here last night. Great sleep. Well. This place is alive this morning. Before we move on, we're going to take a visit over to that area over there where the washing machines are. I just want to check something. along here, there's a camper van here, and there's also trucks parked here as well. There's a camper van over there as well. Somebody's got their dog bowls outside. I just want to check to see what this sign says about paying to stay here, because maybe I was just in the wrong area. It's got the same restrictions on the sign. It says no camper vans, no commercial vehicles. So I was thinking that maybe over here, because there were lorries here and there's a couple of other camper vans, that maybe I just parked in the wrong area and that they do allow you to sort of stay here overnight, but it's obviously wrong. Okay, so they do have washing facilities. So this is a dryer, washing machine, 20 kilogram, 9 kilogram, 20 kilogram dryer. So you get your detergents included, blah blah blah, pre-wash, softener, yeah, okay. £11 for a 20 kilogram or £5.50 for a 9 kilogram. Nice that the facilities are here. So one last stop, I want to just go up to where the HGVs are and just see what the signs say there. So that sign said commercial vehicles and camper vans and HGVs are allowed to park there. It's £24 for 24 hours. And there is a bit of a walk down to the services where all the shops are. At least you know that you can stay there and you're not going to get bothered, even though where I stayed I didn't get bothered, but we'll find out if I get a fine for parking in the wrong area. But at least I know I wasn't necessarily breaking the rules, I just parked in the wrong spot. So I guess the whole point of this little sort of experiment was to find out whether you can pull into a service station and stay the night if you're on your way on holiday somewhere and you need to just pull over, or if you just need to take a break. It's interesting to see that you only get 2 hours for free in the overnight area, but you get 4 hours for free down there. So I guess if you are going to do this, park for 4 hours down there and then move over here and then pay. But £24 for 24 hours seems a bit steep, but I appreciate that, you know, these places need to make money and you're paying for the convenience of it. And I guess the reason why the signs down there said no camper vans is because they knew they had a designated area, which was just up here. Watch this space to see if I do get a fine through the post for parking in the wrong area. If I'd known, I probably would have moved the van up here and stayed here, but I didn't know. So, but now you know, so you know not to make the same mistake that I've made. As always, thank you to everybody that supports the channel through my memberships and everything. You're all absolute legends. Thank you to you for continuing to watch these videos, or if you're new here, thank you for watching this video. Maybe subscribe. I do lots of camper adventures and camper van builds. If you want to be in with a chance to win my portable camping fridge freezer, I'll link my raffle page just there. But other than that, I'll see you next week. Cheers!